The corporations have not yet won.
Community still exists in small tucked-away areas not often talked about.
Artists and businesses beginning to thrive in places thought to be defeated.
Dave, I like to call him David Francis.
And I, Tom Maslowski,
are here to give you a glimpse of what's going down in downtown J-Town.
We're going to be interviewing all of our favorite musicians,
Artists and business owners
that give every ounce of themselves into what they do.
and we are back at Third City Sound for episode 30. Episode 31? No, 30.
I thought last episode was 30.
Jesus. Is it? Oh, yeah, you're right. Episode 31, we broke through to the side of the 30s. Now we're in our 30s. How do you feel, Dave?
Fox sitcom. We're in our 30-something.
We're in our 30s. And it's a rare Tuesday night. We never record on Tuesday nights. This is kind of a treat.
Yeah.
Although I didn't get to have any of the 65-cent wings downstairs.
They were quite delicious. I had some earlier.
65-cent wings.
65-cent wings, man, on Tuesdays. Every Tuesday.
Hey,
with
Tom,
homemade
who's that
sauces.
talking? Do we have a guest in the studio?
I think we have a guest or three in our midst tonight. We have with us, these guys have been hilarious the whole time we've been hanging out so far, sound checking. We have Landspeeder in the house. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hi.
Dave, you're supposed to cue the audience applauding. Oh, man. We got to get some more supplies here for our laugh tracks. These guys have a show that they're going to be plugging for the Drunken Donut. Dave, when are you guys playing?
December 9th.
At the Drunken Donut.
At the Drunken Donut.
Who else is on that bill?
Radar, Sleepwalk, and the Radio Buzzkills. Radio Buzzkills are from St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I guess.
And so I learned today that Landspeeder does songs, original songs written with the theme of the Star Wars universe, which is
from the character's perspective, I believe.
Somewhat from main characters, yes, but also just from Joe Blow in the universe also.
Well, I just meant any character, yeah. Any
Sure.
character's perspective.
Now Dave's covering his ass. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard
Not
that. That's
backtracking.
That's what we call backpedaling. Yes, I've heard that.
Yeah. What is the first song you guys are going to play for us today?
Leaving Tatooine.
That is the best.
Hold on one second. Tom, kill the heater.
All right, folks. It's cold up here nowadays, so we had to have the heater on. Please hold. Can you guys give me some intermission music while I'm turning off the heater?
I was just gonna cut that part out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a bonus track this evening on our podcast. Thank you, gentlemen. All right. And now for Leaving Tatooine.
sick,
so sick,
that I can't even stand it. I'm sick,
so sick,
I'm sick,
so sick.
gotta get off this planet. I'm leaving Tatooine. Can't help but wanna run from this place. Twin suns and aliens in my face. But Emperor's true, I'm telling you, he wants to keep me down. You really don't need me around. I'm leaving now. I'm sick,
So sick,
I'm sick,
so sick,
that I can't even stand it. I'm sick,
so sick,
I'm sick,
so sick,
gotta get off the planet. I'm so sick, I'm sick,
so sick,
I'm sick,
so sick,
that I can't even stand it. I'm sick,
so sick,
I'm sick,
so sick.
gotta get off this planet. I'm leaving Tatooine. I'm leaving Tatooine. I'm sick,
So sick,
I'm sick,
so sick,
I can't even stand it. I'm sick,
so sick,
I'm sick,
so sick,
gotta get off this planet. I'm so sick, I'm sick,
so sick,
I'm sick,
so sick,
I can't even stand it. I'm sick,
so sick,
I'm sick,
so sick.
gotta get off this planet. I'm leaving Tatooine.
Nice. That was an awesome break there. I like that. Cool. Key change and everything.
Like, yeah.
So, how did you three meet to do something so specific as this?
There's this truck stop off of I-55, a little bit north of St. Louis. There was a couple of choice limericks and phone numbers written. I wrote down the limericks. I didn't remember the phone number. So then we wound up meeting later. Yeah, this story died before it even began.
It was a really good start, though.
You guys remember the truck stop? And
No.
No.
all right, I've known Charlie for like 7 years. I forgot how we met. Through some mutual friend. Probably just drinking in his living room or something like that. Literally, nothing special. John, we went through a couple bass players, and we saw that on his Facebook. He put this thing where he was like, "I really miss being in bands, and like I can't wait to like do it all again. Can someone please? I'll fill in for you." I remember that. It was, I'll be a fill-in. I'm gonna be a fill-in.
Just a fill-in.
Yeah, meaning I don't want to pay anything because I'm a cheap bastard, and I don't want to like be responsible for any of the hard work actually. But I'll show up at your shows, you know.
Damn tootin'.
So we hit him up, and he said, "Yeah, I'll do it."
So now then, you now don't have to pay for any like CD production, no shirt production.
Nope.
No, that's
But you do get the royalties from it, though, right? Still.
no, those get taken away
that's
from
the catch.
us.
Yeah.
I've never heard that. Was that a French word?
Yeah.
Royalties?
Yeah,
The hell does that mean?
I was making stuff up.
Ah, okay.
I was making stuff up.
You're
So
a
now,
quick one.
how long have you guys been playing music? Now you've known him for 7 years. You've known Charlie, the other guitarist, here for 7 years.
Yeah.
Now, are you guys Joliet residents?
I'm from Woodridge,
Okay.
and
I live here. I've lived here now for a little over 2 years. I live on Center Street, like 5 or 6 minutes from here or something.
Okay. What
So
about you,
I'm a
Jim?
local, yeah.
I currently live in Elk Grove Village.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So you guys just definitely met online and all that then.
Met online.
No.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, I should have gone with that. Yeah, I was scrolling through Tinder one day, right? And man, these guys really caught my eye. Let's go with that story. We can roll this back, right?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Now, I think I'm going to turn that heater back off though, Dave. That thing is like
Too loud.
it's like insanely loud now.
Sounds like a fan or something in the background.
I mean, it just takes away from the mood that we're setting here with with everything.
the mood.
And our-
Charlie's
our-
face does that well enough. Trust me. It doesn't matter. At this point, the mood's wrecked.
Now, how long have you guys actually been a band together?
Landspeeder, about 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. With John, it's been about a year and like 2 or 3 months.
So how did you make your way to the Drunken Donut?
Actually, it was after I moved out here. We have another mutual friend, this guy Dang, and he always went to the open mics, and he always tried to talk us into going out there, and we were kind of like at first like, no, we're old and boring. We'll just stay home. And so eventually one night, I guess we had a few beers and decided, all right, let's go out there and check it out. So we went to the open mic, and we actually kind of, at first I didn't really like it because it was so crowded, and it took me like 10 minutes to get a beer, and that kind of makes or breaks whether I like a place or not.
Sure.
So I was a little bit down on it first. I don't know how Charlie felt about it.
bumping elbows quite a bit, but I liked the atmosphere.
There was a lot of people. Yeah, it was a good scene for sure.
Yeah, everyone there is there because they want to see some music, which I think is great.
Right. And then, on the flip side, I guess my stupid self sees it like, oh, I would have been happier if I could have gotten a beer within 5 minutes, but then that means nobody's there. So whatever.
Right.
So we went there for my open mic or two, and then I guess we were in a downtime at one point, and we decided to just go sign up for the open mic, Charlie and I. So we went and played there, and then that's when we met Alex and Katie, and they enjoyed us. We enjoyed them.
Alex Zeke, right? Is that right?
Yeah, the sound guy
IDK?
there. Yeah, the sound guy there from IDK. And forgive me, Alex, I still haven't seen your band. I think he's aware of that. But I so many shows have come up, and every time I got to work. So, and we just
he writes his own schedule, so that's
all right. So anyway, how did we meet again? Yeah.
You guys have no mercy on each other here. I can tell you guys have a little thing going where no one gets out alive. Is that right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, if I don't make fun of you, then I don't like you. I mean, that's the way it is.
Now that is the tip bucket. So are you trying to say, is that like symbolic of your worth?
You cheap bastards aren't going to give me one nickel. I know that. So it may as well be a trash can. The heck with it.
What made you guys start doing Star Wars of all things? Punk and everything. There's obviously you have a punk background. Where did the Star Wars idea come from?
We were in another band, which shall remain nameless, and we were sitting in the living room one night, and we were watching Star Wars at that point, or did we already have songs?
Well, we had already written at least one or two Star Wars themed songs.
Okay. And then we're sitting there and decided, hey, we don't like being in this other band. Why don't we start a side band for us? Because we had to go all the way out to Sandwich, Illinois to practice.
That's far.
From Woodridge.
That's far.
And yeah, our practices sucked because they were so far. And the guy whose residence we were going to practice at, so we drive that hour and 15, whatever. We get out of the car, just stretching and all. He'd come right outside. All right, let's practice. Let's go. Like, it was just like bum rushing us right when we got out of the car. So it was just really sketchy. We stuck with that guy for a few years, though, which I'm just crazy, I guess. But anyway, we decided based on the merits of getting to stay in Woodridge and play, let's just start another band. And we had a couple Star Wars themed songs. As far as I'm thinking of a different time when I say we were watching Star Wars. I'm thinking about how we got the name. We got the name sitting there with Katie.
Yeah.
And then I think Katie had asked me, or maybe you, like, what is that? As the Landspeeder's speeding across. And I said, it's a Landspeeder. And she, that's the perfect name. And we said, okay, we're Landspeeder.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it for sure.
I second.
I am. What's that, Dave?
I didn't mean to talk over you, Tom. I apologize. I was just saying I dig it. I second that.
All right.
I second that.
Now finish your thought.
My thought was, I really dig Ewok and Roll in the Landspeeders, and I'm a little bit disappointed that wasn't actually your name. So
it's the genre.
I think you owe me at least $75.
It's a genre. It's not a name. That's a mouthful.
Ewok and Roll.
Ewok and Roll Landspeeder. Like, We've always said, now as far as names go, we've always said if we ever get sued for this, we're just going to drop the name Landspeeder and become Sandcrawler.
There it is.
And then when we get sued for that, we're moving on to like the planes and shit. I don't know, X-Wings and stuff.
It's not a bad thing for publicity if you get sued by Lucasfilms or Disney. That could be just kind of a great thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
maybe we'll help you get sued.
That's how we'll launch. Great.
Now, John, what is your background with playing bass? How long have you been doing this?
I've been playing bass. I don't know, like what, 30 years, 25 years, something like that. I started with guitar and then moved on to playing bass too.
You traded down.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, watch it, buddy. I'm a bass player too. That's a level up right there.
But I do.
I knew I smelled something weird about him, man. I knew there was something shifty about you.
Well,
over the years, I keep coming back to bass because nobody wants to play it. And it's like, come on.
Well, not with these guys, right?
Yeah. Everyone's egos are too huge. I like to think of myself as very un-ego-ish. Yeah,
I would agree.
You like to think that, yeah.
I like to think that.
Doesn't make it true.
That's right.
Egotistical prick.
The ego is just more subtle, right?
Yeah.
It's a very subtle ego.
Before we found John, Dave was at a low point in life where he actually thought that we could do it as a three-piece, and he would play bass. And
he's not a bass player. That can't.
I tell you, I was looking down the edge of a straight razor. I was just like pondering that moment, like bass or this.
You mean like Judas Priest? You saying
Straight edge, yeah,
Yeah,
straight edge
right, yeah,
razor.
sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was just staring down the edge of it,
At the
thinking
CD, thinking it's a great album to play bass to.
it was either that or bass. Thankfully, I didn't have to kill myself or do what was worse, which would be play bass.
Wow.
John
Damn,
took over.
Wow.
Wow.
John
I
took
think he should
over.
pay you
Relentless.
extra for that now.
Oh.
At least $75.
Let's just pay him shit.
Yeah, all about
Us
the
bass
75
players. Us bass
75.
players don't get shit.
No, nothing. Never
Yeah.
usually.
Yep.
No. That's why I.
That's cool. You know.
That's why I started playing guitar, was to just get some more respect from guys like Dave and Charlie.
It's not working. It's not working.
Somehow they could always smell that you're a bass player.
Yep.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep.
It
It's just
overcomes
because
everything.
it's just like that ominous
Yeah.
kind of presence.
Yeah.
that
It's
you
like
really
getting
kinda-
sprayed by a skunk. The moment you hold one of those things,
Yeah.
no amount of prune juice is going to help you.
Yep.
Do you drink prune juice?
No,
I mean,
you,
that's a
you
real-
bathe
You
in it.
bathe in it when you get sprayed by a skunk.
Oh, I thought it was tomato juice.
Same thing. It
Oh,
looks.
I
the
think
same.
it is tomato juice.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Prune juice, tomato juice, some nasty
Well,
juice.
again,
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
I think
Yeah.
you owe us $75.
Ah, jeez.
Do you have a parking ticket? Or,
Yeah, I have,
Yeah, yeah.
I have
Yeah,
three
that's
parking tickets.
$75 is a peculiar number.
Well, because 100 seems outrageous and 50 is kind of like, I kind of need more than 50. 75 is a really, really good, like, balanced. It's not too rude, but I get a little bit more from it. So,
It's a parking ticket and a couple packs of smokes.
yeah.
So yeah, I get your
Well, I
point.
don't smoke, but beers, we'll say, no. Well, yeah.
Okay.
You
So if
can
you-
get like over
If
100
you guys have
wings
75
from
bucks, I'll
downstairs.
take. You can get hot wings for days.
So I take it you will accept wings as payment. then?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Especially the wings downstairs.
Now
They're
we're talking.
Yeah.
really good.
75 of those, I don't care how much they cost. It's none of my business. If you just say, here's 75 of something, I'm usually going to be happy.
I thought it was 65-cent wings, not $1.
Oh, we're getting poked right here, man.
See, now,
He's giving
now
you 65 cents on the dollar if you pay him in wings. See?
in wings.
Oh wait, yeah, we're making off.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
In
Oh,
Would you
wings.
believe I studied to be an accountant in college? I did. I did.
And now you
And,
play
and
for-
I thought I was getting shafted there. This is why I will never be a successful businessman.
Well, but we have fun, though.
Yeah, I guess.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Now,
Paycheck to paycheck rules.
Dave, where did you come from with your madness? How long have you been writing music?
My mom had a really like tiny vagina. No, I was third actually, so never mind. It was pretty open by then.
Come
So
out,
you
cane
literally
swinging.
came from your mother.
Yes, yes. How I got into
That's
music?
amazing.
I have no idea about how I got into this stuff, man. I really don't know. I've been showed like guitar stuff for years and years. I've been playing for around 20 years, and I'm only just now learning how to do an actual
And
open
you still
chord.
suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I still suck. No, absolutely. There's no
Oh, you're okay. You can hold chords.
no two ways about it. I'm terrible. But I'm not really into the music part of it too much. I love music, don't get me wrong.
Charlie is though.
I love the process. I hate the all right, let me back up. I hate the process of it. I like the camaraderie of it. The main reason why I got into punk rock, period, was because of the people that were into it, that were into the same stuff I was into. Not even just the music. I'd meet them and find out they liked making the same fart jokes I liked making, you know? I mean, like, they like the color blue just like I do, or we both wore Nikes back then or whatever, you know? Like, we had a lot of other things in common, but it was more of the camaraderie, and it's still that way to this day. Like, I love practice. Practice is my favorite time with band stuff. I hate recording. Shows, I'm hit or miss on them. I hate the lugging the stuff. I hate if you're playing last in a 7-band lineup or whatever, you know. I hate playing first, you know. There's a lot of things I don't like.
I like playing first. It's not that bad.
Playing first is kind of sweet. Actually, second is the best because like the whole crowd is there. Like the early people and the late people have definitely gotten there by the time the second band goes.
Absolutely. Second or third in a 4-band set is always
It's the best.
the money
Yeah.
spot.
I was gonna say for a smaller set, if you had an 8-band bill, nobody's there for the first, second.
That's
third.
when the waters get
yeah,
murky,
fourth.
right.
But the 8th band, everybody's tired and goes home.
Yeah, but it's never, for me, it's never been about music, really. It's been more about people around me and having fun.
Yeah, that's
bottom
awesome.
line. Like, I'm not trying to pass any message. I'm not trying to, and that's why one reason why I've never tried to get better at my instrument. I'm not looking to excel in music in and of itself. I'm really not.
You're just
Well,
performing.
you,
and
you use your pinky more now.
Are we talking about guitar still, or
well, I mean, the conversation can go where it goes. I'm just here to mediate.
so can my pinky? That's very, very apt description.
Is that the next theme for the next punk project? There is. Where has my pinky gone?
Sniff my pinky. Guess where it's been?
Now that could also be like
Followed
from
by
a
I'm
sandwich.
sick.
What's that, Dave?
And then he's, I'm sick. Like the last song.
Yeah.
That was a bad-
It could be like a segue into the next chapter of your musical career.
I sniffed my pinky too much.
Now, you guys brought, and thank you very much actually for bringing the shirts and the,
Yes,
and
thank
the
you.
vinyl. Is that your first recording, or where are we at in recordings now?
No, that's $75.
Ah,
That's-
or we can call it even.
sounds good.
Yes.
Keep it up. I'm throwing it in the tip bucket.
That's where it belongs, actually. So good call. Good call.
But no, what number is this in your guys' Landspeeder recording career?
It's our first vinyl.
Well, that's cool.
Second in the recording career.
So are you starting with number 4 like the movies did, or?
Yeah, we in 2012 recorded 6 songs, which I guess was our first EP. This 7 inch is 3 more songs, and then we have bonus tracks, 3 songs that you can download.
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool.
Is the other album available online also?
Streaming. You can go to Bandcamp. It's landspeeder.bandcamp.com.
Well, that's awesome.
Now, we're supposed to have physical copies of it, but somebody dropped the ball on that.
That was me.
Oh, man. So it looks like the bass player has been the only reliable person to date.
And really, that's not saying much. The bar is very low when it comes to reliability in this clan.
That's why I don't want to like dip my toes too far into this shit.
You will disappoint me, I'm sure.
Yeah, so it's like fuck it.
You have nowhere to go but down.
I'm just along for the ride, man.
Now, how often do you guys practice? Because you seem to all get along very well. And it doesn't seem like any of you come from the same walk of life. You seem like it's like these people just kind of came together and found, I don't know, something in common. You guys all crack the same jokes. It's like real kind of dry humor, which is sort of my favorite.
The Star Wars does it. It's Star Wars' fault.
Dry must be French for lowbrow.
Lowbrow.
Our brows are over our eyes. We got to shave every morning so we can see.
I have the same problem. I have the unibrow.
I was going to comment on that, but I didn't want to be too rude.
No, you can comment it. I mean,
You have a unibrow.
yeah. I mean, it's
All
there.
right, I've commented on it. I'm good now.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just that I have one.
You know.
Not even. So no insults. You're saying I'm not even worthy of the insult.
I
That
haven't
really
decided
sucks.
if I like you yet. Remember what I said earlier? You know, we gotta
I was rushing
let's
it.
spend some time together.
I was rushing
you
it.
know.
Let's not
I was
force
rushing
things,
it.
Tom. Let's not force things.
Yeah.
Now, where do you guys normally play? So you say, Drunken Donuts, a relatively new place for you guys, a couple years or whatever.
The question you asked earlier was how many times we practice, and you just kind of glossed right over that.
Well, you didn't seem like you were interested in it, so
At
I
least
wanted to keep
somebody's
it
listening
fresh.
to this show.
You brought up his unibrow.
You just
did.
heard us play. We don't practice.
Never?
We practice seriously. We try once a month, but it usually turns into every 2 or 3 months, and we use shows as practice. Quite frankly,
We'll try to
if
squeeze
anyone's
one
looking
in
to book
if we
us, I
have a
didn't.
show.
Don't pay attention to that last bit.
Yeah, we'll squeeze
We
one
treat
in.
it so seriously. We're just ready to just bring the
6
rock,
hours a day,
rock and roll to you.
4 days a week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just
Pretty much.
lock yourselves in a room and just
Yeah.
don't come out until it's done, right?
You
I
got-
have 6 vocal instructors. I haven't seen any of them in 10 years.
Now, did you, all jokes aside, have you taken any kind of voice lessons or guitar lessons?
Absolutely not.
That was a big no from Charlie. Now, what about you, Charlie? What got you started playing guitar?
Yeah, Charlie.
I started on drums when I was young, and then I wasn't allowed to play drums anymore. So
What was
it
why?
was too loud.
I have a question about that. How did you get the drums?
My dad bought them for me.
And then who decided they were too loud?
My stepmom.
Okay, never mind. That answers everything. Marge, you suck.
She's gonna hear this.
Marge, you super suck.
So then, from there, you
I just pretty much picked up whatever friends' guitars and eventually bought one.
So this wasn't your first band then.
No.
What were you doing before this?
I played in a couple bands, a Ramones cover band for a while. And
How
actually,
daring.
He played in a band.
Yeah.
They're fun.
He played in a band that did a battle of the bands at like a local arcade in Woodridge and lost to some 14-year-olds that were doing Blink-182 covers. That's how
true.
bad his
Yeah,
band
it was.
It's true. He's like,
It's true.
They smoked him. They were like, oh, that's my thing. He's like, oh, damn. I'm going to touch that.
They were too young for the Ramones. That's all that it was. They just they didn't know what they were doing.
So and then that's about it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just the
And then he
Ramones.
got and then he got a tattoo of a guitar on his arm.
It's John Lennon's.
So you know
Just
he's
to make it official.
I
you know
think-
he's serious then.
I think the order's flipped. I think he got the guitar tattoo first. Like, well, now I got to play the guitar.
He made it. He gave himself no other option, right?
Yep.
So what about you, Dave? Is this your first band?
Oh no. Well, I mean, I say that like, oh God, I've been in so many. I've been in like
a legend.
I've literally been in, I think, 4 bands, I think, total. My first one that I was in was in San Antonio. I was in college. We had to find a hobby that we could do while we were drunk instead of skateboarding.
Sure.
So,
Which could be dangerous.
yeah, both can actually, we found out. We've been hurt with smashing guitars and stuff like that, but whatever. I was in that same band for about 10 years. That was my very first band.
And where was that at? You said you had moved here from to Joliet. Was that in Woodridge also?
No, I'm sorry. That was in San Antonio, Texas. I'm from Texas. I've only lived out here for like 9 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a Southern
I
boy.
can totally tell by that accent too.
Yeah, I'll bet you could. You got a pretty mouth, Dave.
You
Just
know,
saying.
somebody else said that to him last time, and he totally freaked out.
Me?
Yeah, he like stayed like hidden for a long time. I wouldn't suggest that. Dave,
I did watch the movie Deliverance the other day.
just to kind of break your fear.
No, it's terrible.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Still afraid to go in a canoe.
So, you guys are you guys regulars at the Drunken Donut, or you just only stay in the canoe in San Antonio?
Okay, not so much these days. I mean, we used to go quite a bit. We've done 3 or 4 or 2 or 3 open mics. We've played there 3 or 17 times. I don't know how many times.
I think twice.
Have we played there only twice?
Maybe 3
No,
times.
I'm thinking 3. Between that and open mics, it's like 5 times. Can we agree on that? Can we agree on one thing tonight?
75.
Is that going to be it? Okay, we filled our quota. We have agreed on our one thing tonight.
We're playing again on the 9th.
Yes.
Right.
But-
That's very good, Charlie.
Well, we haven't filled our quota yet.
December 9th.
No, I meant
at
as far as
Drunken
us
Donut.
agreeing as far as how much we've played there. We decided on 5.
Joliet,
You
Illinois.
said you agreed. So we
All
can-
right, yeah, fuck it. We
There's
agree.
our one thing. We agree.
That was
Now,
pretty good.
I mean, honestly, we've played a few places. This past year, we played 13 shows. I went back and counted them because I thought, man, we've been really stupidly active this year for some reason. And I went back and counted them, and it was 13, not counting open mic stuff.
So now, are you guys looking to pick up the pace quite a bit more? Is
Fuck
that-
no.
No,
Yeah,
no.
we're gonna
Let it-
have that next year.
Let it be known now, you will never see Landspeeder on tour fucking ever.
Amen.
No.
So this was it. This was like the captive moment. I got the one moment.
You're in Joliet. You'll see us in Joliet. You'll see us in Chicagoland. Hell, we have traveled to Indiana. We may do it again because it was actually a good time, good turnout, all that stuff. We may do that. The limit's around 4 hours for a drive. Like, I'm not going across, 3 state lines so that 10 people can watch me. I can do that here at home.
Sure.
And that's one big, here we go on my fucking high horse. That's one of my big problems with local bands or bands, period, in the small scales. They always look to tour within their first 2 or 3 years of being a band. That's so stupid. If you can't get someone to come watch you in your own backyard, then forget about getting someone to watch you in Podump, USA, or even New York City or whatever.
Sure.
I mean, so many people have their eyes on that prize, and that prize isn't what it's cracked up to be. It doesn't exist even. If you don't have that drawing at home, don't even think about touring. A weekend thing, fine. That's the other thing I find hilarious these days is going anywhere for 2 or 3 days in a row is a frickin' tour. We even called a tour the Jedi Hall Acoustic Tour, and we're not even playing 2 days in a row. It's like playing this day and then 4 days later. But everything now is called a tour. And it's just to make us all feel so cuddly and successful and stuff. And it's all just a facade.
Now, have you had experience touring in the past? Is that
Yes.
something that you did?
Yes.
So now, is it on a label of any kind?
Oh,
or was
no,
it a-
no label support. I was paying for all that again, just like with these bums. My first band was the same kind of setup. I am just a sucker for idiots or for layabouts, whatever you call yourselves.
Now, what was the name of that band?
Oh, let's not do that.
All right. Well, now, how many albums did you guys make? How long did you go on tour?
We did not. Man, I don't even know. The longest tour we did was 10 days. And that was because the van broke down. We were only scheduled for like 16 or 17 days, but we only did 10 days because the van broke down.
I thought you were gonna say you're scheduled for 6 days, but the van broke down, so you're stuck for 4 more days.
Yeah, we toured the same city. It wasn't our city, but yeah. No, I mean, it's not my sour view on that is not based solely on my having toured already. I just think it's just such a silly thing for people to get into a band and let's tour.
Yeah, you definitely have
Stupid.
You have to create something going on in your hometown first.
Absolutely. And
Otherwise-
then what's wrong with just staying the big fish in the small pond? I mean, hey, there's lots of bands that do that in Chicago, and they're doing okay, you know.
Now, you must like it a little bit because you called me to come on the show. You have booked more shows of your own.
Yep.
And it's just still just the camaraderie. There's nothing else to it besides that. Like you don't get any kind of joy out of the creativity. Or
In this case specifically, I booked other bands with us. One of them's friends from out of town. Radar, it was Charlie Thornton, Matt Holmes, and Robert Wash. Hate you frickin' guys. Since I'm bringing other people into this fold, I want a good turnout so that they're happy and everyone gets to see their bands. And do I want people to see my band? Yes. Yeah, I will say I do. But again, I'm not really a big fan of playing shows. I like meeting up with everybody. I like having a few beers with everyone or whatever and hanging out. That's my favorite part. But since I'm bringing somebody, especially from St. Louis, I better do something a little extra to help bring some people in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you did put the work into making the new vinyl and the new stuff online.
When we first started this band, Charlie and I had said we weren't even going to play live. We were just going to record stuff and release 7 inches like once a year. We were going to shoot for May the 4th every year.
Oh, that's awesome. That still would be cool.
That was the original idea. That's where we technically say we were released on May the 4th, although it was April 28th. But that was released on May the 4th.
Now,
Prove me wrong.
Do you guys know that there is a Star Wars Day here in downtown Joliet?
Yes, they asked us to play it this past year, but we couldn't do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think we had a May the 4th party up here, too.
Did you?
Definitely there was a Pie Day and a May the 4th.
Like the movie Pie?
No, like 3/14.
Oh, thank God. The movie was so horrible. Who would make a party over that?
March 14th.
Pie.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
Bill, the owner of this place, is a bit of a nerd himself.
He's a big pie fan.
Big, just all that geeky stuff.
I like rhubarb.
I say lovingly, but yeah,
Chocolate.
Star
I
Wars.
like chocolate. Chocolate pie.
Well, if they have a party here again, we'd love to come play that. I mean, just to do silly Star Wars garbage.
Yeah,
love
if we
it.
do a May the 4th party, I'll insist upon it.
See, and that's what we're trying to get into is more of that aspect of it. Punk shows are fun, don't get me wrong, but we'd rather do like Comic Cons. We'd rather do after parties for that kind of stuff. We'd rather do, we have something coming up. Can I make another plug?
Yeah, absolutely.
December 14th at Hollywood Boulevard Movie Theater in Woodridge, Illinois. They're having the premiere of, obviously, Star Wars Force Awakens.
Yeah.
The Last Jedi, not Force Awakens, dummy. Wow. Stupid ass.
Well, I was like, yeah, right on.
Yeah,
Cool. Yeah.
I know. He was just going with me. You guys could have just went with him,
I mean, Dave just made a mistake. That's all.
I do really enjoy the fact that the both of you came up like in sync, in stereo. The Last Jedi. That's a fucking band.
Just so you know, that was planned. We coordinate everything we do. I didn't slip up.
All the new ones are called The Force Awakens.
To me, yeah.
The Force Awakens 1.
So they're having
Right.
So they're having their party there at the movie theater, and the Midwest Imperial 501st Garrison will be there. So there's going to be all those stormtroopers and Wookiees and whatever the hell.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so we're playing that in the lobby. They're having us do 3 sets over a 3-hour period, and we sit there with our Imperial costumes and we play our nonsense.
Awesome. That's great.
That's the kind of stuff I'd rather go do.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Those
are our people.
Oh, and that is the sound of the interview portion. That means the interview's over.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys have a second song for us tonight?
Wait, we were recording?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
It was kind of warm-uppy, but,
Yes, we have a second one. This one's called Mr. Vader.
Mr. Vader. Guys?
Ready? Mm-hmm. All right, here we go.
Mr. Vader, you have a lovely daughter. Mr. Vader, just tell me who I have to slaughter to get your permission to take her up to the fond dormer. There's nothing I won't do. like a thermal detonator. Kill anyone to date or later, Vader. Mr. Vader, you sure do have a lovely daughter. Mr. Vader, just tell me who I have to slaughter to get your permission to take her up to the pond or moon. There's nothing I won't do, please, Vader. She hit me like a thermal detonator. Kill anyone to date her later, Vader.
Nice.
Thank you.
Charlie, John, Dave, thanks for getting in contact with us and coming on the show. That was a great time, man. I had a real good time.
Yeah,
Thanks
that
for
was
having
fun.
us,
Thank you.
man.
A lot of fun, guys.
Yeah,
This
thank you
was
for
lots of
having
fun.
us.
And
That's what's going down in downtown J-Town.
What's going down?
What's going down? What's going down?
oh man, I was hoping Dave would have cued the song right there, but you took the words right out of my mouth.